Hello everyone, my name is Murtadha bin Mohd Mazwil. I'm a pharmacist from Malaysia. So I've been working for 3 years now under the government. So I've been working in hospital and also a smaller health clinics in the rural area. So for today, I will share to you guys about how we, the pharmacists in Malaysia, counter the antimicrobial resistance by accomplishing our antimicrobial stewardship in Malaysia. So what we do to optimize the antimicrobial resistance, antimicrobial therapy is by using our national antibiotic guideline. So we do have that specific guideline that we use. So the people who are behind the this antibiotic guideline is, we call them the AMS team, the Antimicrobial Stewardship team. So pharmacist is actually one of the members of the team. So what this team does is actually, the guideline, and then their role is also to educate other pharmacists on what kind of things they need to do to monitor for the antimicrobial stewardship. Other things that this AMS team does is also to audit, to monitor the progress of the flow of the antibiotics that were used in the hospital or the healthcare facilities. If we know there's antibiotics in a prescription, what do we do to what we tell the patients is to finish their course and also not to share the antibiotics with anybody else, and also eat the antibiotics appropriately. Well, that's the most common thing that the pharmacists need to do, not just for those who are in charge of antimicrobial stewardship. Other than that, I think one of my favorite roles in pharmacies is the roles that was given to the clinical pharmacist. So what the clinical pharmacist need to do in the ward especially is to check the antibiotics that were given to patients by the doctors or other prescribers or specialists. So they need to see whether the antibiotics used is correctly used or not. For example, many cases where patient was warded and patient was given an empirical treatment using a broad spectrum antibiotic. So once patients has stabilized and also the culture and sensitivity has been found, the antibiotic should be downgraded to a more specified antibiotic for that kind of infection. But then some doctors doesn't really change that, and therefore it is the role of the clinical pharmacist to actually tell the doctors to do it appropriately. So a pharmacist is a steward of the future. We need to take care of the use of antimicrobial. As you know that antibiotics are much more prone to resistance now. So we only have a few more left that is good, but a lot of them has been resistant to some bacteria. So we have seen a lot of cases of bacteria in other countries as well, where they are resistant to almost all of the antibiotics. So it's important for us. I don't want a day that come by where a pharmacist or a doctor saying to the patient that they cannot treat their infection anymore because they are run out of antibiotics. So I think that is all. I hope all the future pharmacists who are watching this, or even the pharmacists who are already watching this, I hope you will always think of the betterment of the patient, and also let us keep protecting our antibiotics from getting resisted by the bacteria. Okay, bye.